Greetings, humans. This is Aramis from Archil Archives, and welcome to part 2 of Sketchbook Tour number 8. In the last video, we did the first half of the sketchbook. It's a really thick sketchbook, and now let's get into the second half. This is a halfway page. I talked about it in the last video, so we'll just move on. This is another doodle drawing that I did. I think I posted this to Instagram. This is me working out more of Akiko and Win's human form. I think these are the colors I end up going with. And then we meet Darcy. Now, Darcy is actually the main character. I created Akiko and Win, and then created the story. So it's really the three of them, and she's a half vampire. You can see me working out some of her design here. Half vampire because the thing that was supposed to make her into a full vampire, like that ritual thing, it never finished. And so she never became a full vampire. So she's half human, half vampire. And one of the consequences of that is that the dagger that was used in it cut her on her arm. By the way, she did not want this. She was chasing a criminal because she used to be a cop, and she got cut. And because she's not human and not vampire, it never heals. So this arm is pretty much always bleeding, which is why she has to drink blood all the time. She has day blindness. She's completely blind during the day, but she can see at night. Another doodle art. I think I posted this as well to Instagram. This, I don't think I did a video for this, but I really love the colors. I really wanted to go more pastel. This was when I got the Bianyo markers and I saw that I had a lot more colors, like lighter colors, so I decided to just play around with those. I really like the color scheme in this one. This is when I was trying out more doodle art, but also I wanted to try using like a warm and a cool color scheme, and then like having some elements in some colors in both to kind of make it more cohesive. So the red and the pink and the blue, you'll see a little blue here and a little pink here. That's so that the two pictures go well together. I really like how it came out. This was another warm and cool color scheme idea that I wanted to do, and I created these two characters called Flip and Flop. They're best friends, but you could tell their personalities awesome, lame, like, come on. This would have been the video I post before I started the part 1 of the sketchbook tour. This was actually the final drawing that I completed in the whole sketchbook, because I had done the sketch and I realized I wanted to do it in a video, and then I just kept putting it off. This is, I was trying out like a mainly red color scheme, but it gave me such a migraine I spent the whole night throwing up, so that's why this is covered. More Flip and Flop. You could tell their personalities right here. I really like how this one came out as well. It looks like an illustration in a children's storybook, so I think it looks pretty cool. I realized that the part of doodle drawing that I was enjoying the most was the line art, so I was like, this is my sketchbook, I can do as I please. I can just draw a picture for the line art alone. So I copied this off Shutterstock and just did the line art. It's a copy, so I never posted it anywhere because it's not mine. And then we get into the designs for the characters in another story. This is Solomon. Well, his first design. I was really working on getting his hair down and stuff. He is the guardian of a power. In this story, they're cleaners, so they clean up the world. Their superpowers and their weapons of choice are all cleaning supplies. And he's a guardian, and he's looking for a holder. and he meets Malu. She is everything he did not want, because as a guardian he kind of has to serve the holder, and well, one, he's an old man, so he was never even, I'll say, he's not intentionally sexist, but old habits died hard, and he's been alive for a long time, so he never even thought about the fact that he could find a woman to get the power, a holder. And then when he meets Malu, he really does not like her at all, because he thinks she has no ambition. That's his problem with her, because she works a lot of the menial jobs, you know, delivery driver, waiter, barista. So their paths cross a lot, but the lack of ambition in his eyes annoys him, so he doesn't like her. But the thing about the power is that he made the mistake before of giving that to somebody bad, and that caused a lot of trouble, a few wars as well. So now he's very careful about it, and one of the things that he does as a test is to give the power to somebody and then ask for it back. So you give them a little taste and ask for it back, and then if they can't give it back, well then you know you have to get rid of them because they can't handle the power. She gives it back to him. And that's one of the first signs in his head that maybe I found somebody. It takes him a while to get over that shock though, because he was not expecting her of all people. But I love the two of them, and I always figured he would be a more flashy guy. I always imagine him wearing like really bright colored shiny suits. This is a video I did for the re-review of the shuttle art markers, because the first marker review I did was those, because they were my first markers. I hated them. And then I bought the Spreey markers and I realized it was just those markers. I didn't hate using markers. So I did a re-review and I still hated them. Actually, I hated them even more. Look how they just destroys the paper. This is why I hate them. Well, one of the main reasons why I hate them. I hate pretty much everything about them. You can see that in the video. I'll try to link some of the videos, but I did a lot of videos of this sketchbook, so I might not be able to link all. This is Solomon. I was looking at my skin tone set and I realized that I was using a lot of the lighter markers, because even for darker skin I realized that using the highlight as the base tone and then using their natural color and the shadow to bring out their features more work better than just using their base tone. So even for darker skin people I would use the lighter color more. So then I was thinking, I really need to use some of these darker markers. So I decided I'm going to give him a dark skin tone, and I really like it. I think he looks really nice with the dark skin tone. Malu, this was just a quick sketch. I was really trying to finish this sketchbook before the end of the year. I didn't. I finished it the end of January. So that was a fail, but I was just desperate, man. Even this drawing is so simple because Flip and Flop, who hurt him? Flip is a nice one, but he will murder you if you make Flop cry. So I always joke whenever I draw the cast of Azalin that Corbin is the only one who can grow a beard. So I decided to actually draw him with a beard. And Raven is blushing because Raven has a crush on him, and no matter what he does, she's going to blush. He can shave his head and she would still blush. So her opinion is it doesn't matter. Aisha thinks he looks like an old man, and Ryuji hates him because Ryuji is older than him and Ryuji can't grow a beard at all. Seven's beard is patchy because Seven is still a teenager. So the only man who can grow a beard is Corbin. So I just wanted to draw. Oh, by the way, the fact that his natural hair color is brown surprised me as well. I was just coloring and I was like, huh, what if his actual hair color is brown? Because the blue hair is dyed. He dyes his hair blue. This is Kiyoshi. He is an antagonist in the story with Solomon. It's complicated between the two of them. Expect a bromance, however, because I love me some good bromance. Another doodle drawing, desperately trying to finish the sketchbook. When Darcy is in her vampire form, her skin is purple because I just wanted to draw somebody with purple skin. So yeah, she hates everything about being a vampire because she's not really a vampire. Because she's half and half, there's a lot about being a vampire that just sucks because like she can't heal the wound, for instance. So it's just like constant pain, and then she's blind during the day. So, which is better than bursting into flames, but still sucks. I was drawing more of Kiyoshi. Aisha and Corbin, I did this on separate sheets of paper and then stuck them in. Corbin is in desperate need of a haircut, but I really do like how Aisha's hair came out. There's more detail in real life than in the video. Another doodle drawing with Flip and Flop. Kelsey and the cowgirl that I never named. Still haven't named her. I haven't drawn her since, I think. Another doodle drawing, Shocked Corbin. More doodle drawings. I did these, I posted them during the Christmas holidays on my Instagram, so that was cool. I colored this one in with colored pencils and this one in with marker. I hate colored pencil so much. Cannot stand using them. Like, I've seen other people use them and it comes out nice, but I hate them. I just don't like colored pencils. I was trying to figure out more of Malu's hair color, especially because the blue and brown color combination is very common in my art style, so I just want to blue, so that was that. And I was thinking about changing his color to red, but I ended up keeping with the blue. This was an Inktober drawing. I missed Inktober, so I just did all the prompts on one page. This was one of the last videos I posted last year. This is Harris Young and Maggie. I used some cheap water-based markers and didn't have their colors, so it looks like crap. And then this is me. I was redesigning my avatar. I need to redraw my profile pic now. Yeah, I started wearing these, the armbands, not the armbands, the arm sleeves because of the sun. I have photosensitivity, so need those things. Me just drawing more of my avatar. Another doodle drawing. I don't think I posted any of these to Instagram because I was just coloring for the sake of getting it over with. And then this is the Happy New Year page. The first video for the year that I posted, I used the Bianyo markers, I drew myself, and I really like how it came out. I love the colors. The only problem I had with this drawing is that when I was drawing, coloring in the shoes, the final part of the of this piece, I accidentally just made a line straight through Happy New Year, which honestly did not make me feel good. Was that a sign? Is 2022 going to be awful? Hopefully not. This is the first drawing in my series that I did for a video where I colored in drawings of couples in my stories. So Solomon and Malu. He is kind of short, just saying. This was the drawing I did for the Weisbrand marker review. I wanted to do a drawing using all the colors, so I did this doodle, and well, yeah, you can see all the colors here. I really like those markers. These are the three main characters for a story that I have never written. They're elves, so Tabby, Dishen, and Key. I really like how they came out, except for the fact that their legs are way too long. This is a character from the same story with Solomon and Malu. He is... I just wanted to draw a feminine-looking guy with cute attacks. So this is his main weapon, kind of. He keeps them as pets. I just really wanted to have a character like that. But when I was erasing, I just tore the page out. So that's why that washi tape is there. My brother colored in this drawing because I was getting really tired of the sketchbook. This is where I designed Josephine and Carlos. She is one of the cleaners as a part of Solomon's team, and Carlos is her boyfriend who later becomes the team chef. So this is the two of them again. Just he's trying to show us something and she's just looking at him. Yeah, they're in love. They're very much in love. I don't have a name for this guy yet, but he's like the team tech guy. He used to be one of the fighters, but now he just does the computers. And he kinda develops a crush on Carlos a bit. Though it is hinted in the story that it's not because Carlos is a guy, but Carlos's personality. You'll see whenever I come around to actually working on this story, but his main story isn't even about that. It's just, it has to do with the reason why he's stuck at the office behind a computer and the failure that happened and him getting better. Yeah, his part in the story is more internal than anything. August and April, I explained more about their story in the video that I colored them in. I love the two of them and I cannot wait to actually get around to doing their story. This is Kaden. He's a character from a completely different story. Usually when I get close to finishing a sketchbook, I just start designing a whole lot of characters because that's like the easiest and quickest way for me to finish the sketchbook. Love him. Corbin and Raven, I love the two of them. I just love them together. I really need to start working on the Gaia Glitch series so that eventually I can get to their story. Their story is like book 5. Yeah. More Kaden working out the hairstyle. Jade and Kara. Now, they got a redesign, so you know what, let me just show you their redesign. Yeah, so the setting of their story ended up changing. They were originally going to do like a standard isekai thing where they travel to a fantasy world, but I'm working on the outline for their story right now and it changed from that into a time travel story. So this is what Kara looks like now. Kind of. I'm still working on her colors. I know it's going to be mainly purple, but the actual tones, that's what I'm working on. And this is what Jane looks like now. So he didn't change too much, but I still kind of just wanted to lean more on the fact that he is a former soldier. So I might end up giving him broader shoulders just to make him look a bit more buff, but yeah, so. And then I have some other characters that are going to be in that story. You'll meet them another time. That was a sneak peek in sketchbook number 9. This one is going to be finished a lot faster. I'm already like a quarter of the way through. And I just started this sketchbook like this week, actually, a few days ago. These the characters. I was originally going to draw the Azalin gang here, which is why you see characters who get designed later. And then I changed my mind and just drew these guys. So this is Diamond, Tallulah, she needs to be shorter though, Emmett and Kaden. More Kaden trying to work out the colors. Emmett, he's supposed to start off as somebody who gets yanked into the story. So Kaden is like a superhero and he saves Emmett, and that's how Emmett gets introduced to the whole world. And there's supposed to be a point in the story where Emmett consciously makes the decision to get stronger. It makes sense in the story. I have it worked out. I just need to write the actual story. More doodle art. Working out Diamond. I do like him, but he functions kind of like her butler, but that is not a role she gave him. That's one that he kind of took up. And Emmett kind of wants to take the role for Kaden, but again, it's in the story. But yeah, so if it was up to Tallulah, he would not be her butler, but this is what makes him the most comfortable at the moment. So, he is like that. And yeah, the two of them are really close. I love the two of them together. And then Tallulah, she is a former scientist, child genius thing. She's an adult here, but was a former child prodigy. And yeah, I'm not sure how to explain this story because it's still very new in my mind, so I can't really get out the story as good as I would want to. This is another one that you're just gonna have to wait until I figure out the story more for me to be able to tell you more. But I do know the relationship between the characters. So these are Akiko, Darcy, and Win from earlier. I don't like his face. His face is supposed to be smaller, but I still like how it came out. Kaden. This is Solomon and Kiyoshi. They were super close when they were younger, and Solomon used to believe anything Kiyoshi told him. If Kiyoshi told him that the moon didn't exist, Solomon would stop seeing the moon at night. Like, that is how much he used to idolize Kiyoshi, but then, you know, things happen. Originally, Kiyoshi was supposed to be the guardian, not Solomon, so there's that. I should also mention, though, that while I call Kiyoshi an antagonist, there is one person he would never hurt, and that is Solomon. So even when Solomon is worried about what Kiyoshi is going to do, Solomon himself is never in any danger. And by extension, Malu is never in any danger from Kiyoshi because Kiyoshi is not going to hurt the woman, his little brother. They're not blood related, but you know, the little brother likes. So, yeah. This is Clay and Brody. I really want to write their story this year. I want to at least do. Their story is the first book in the Gaia Glitch series, and some of the characters in later books are actually their descendants. Because if most of the books take place today, like Lonan, Midnight Genesis, Fate Locked, if all of those took place in like the 2020s, then their story actually takes place 10,000 years ago. Because they're from different versions of Earth. It makes sense in the story. I will explain it when I actually come around to start writing the story. This is Dante. Okay, let me explain Liv first. Olivia is the main character in a story called Mom v Demon King. You would see me post some of the character designs for that story on my Instagram if you follow me. She's the mom in that. She is a single mother to this little boy here, Oliver, so Olivia and Oliver. And Oliver is chosen, he's a chosen one. So when she finds that out, that he's going to have to be the one to fight the Demon King, he's probably going to suffer. The last chosen one wasn't even able to complete his mission because the chosen ones have to go through so much that he just did not have the strength at the end to do what he was supposed to do. And that's why Oliver ends up getting chosen. And because of that, she's like, yeah, I'm not gonna let my son suffer. So, before the whole prophecy starts to come into play, how about I just go and kill the Demon King myself, and then my son will never have to fight him. So that's what the story is, where she, Ollie, and Walter go on a journey to find the Demon King and kill him. Now Dante is part of he is one of the Demon King's generals. He, the Red Eyes is not because he's a part of the Demon King army. The Red Eyes, what happened is in this story, they all live, the cities are built in trees because the ground is, it's like toxic and stuff. So Olivia is actually from one of these trees, these massive trees with entire cities in them, in and on them, on the branches. And she used to live in one of the top branches, but then the whole teen pregnancy thing and stuff, she ends up in the lower branches. And Walter ends up becoming one of the knights stationed in the lower branches. But they're still technically the more quote-unquote privileged ones because there are still people living on the surfaces, even though there are many cities in trees and you can travel in between them through these trains that are suspended hundreds of feet in the air. So what all the people who live on the ground, they end up with these red eyes. So yeah, and that's one of the reasons why all of them are labeled as demons, even though the actual demons are different creatures altogether because of the red eyes. So anyway, Dante, you'll have to read his backstory, but he's one of the Demon King's generals. Alina is the Demon King's right hand. She is loyal to a fault for reasons that will make 100% sense when that reveal happens. The reason her design is so plain is because in the story there's supposed to be a part where she and this guy go on a journey to like level up their powers, and then she'll get an outfit redesign. She and Dante were really close, but then also things happen. Yeah. So this is Oliver. He looks so cute and innocent. He's not. He is a devious little boy. I love him though. He's not a bad guy, but let's just say his dark side comes out whenever his mother is involved. He will not allow anybody to hurt his mother. They're very close. Actually, this jacket that Olivia always wears, that was made by him because he's 7, but he overheard some women talking and they said that women are the happiest when they feel pretty. So because he couldn't buy his mother the clothes he wanted to, he got an old sewing machine and used his savings to buy the material, and he made her the jacket. The jacket itself is too small, it can't close. He misaveraged her measurements, but Olivia still wears it all the time. She loves that jacket. He wishes she would take it off and let him make her another one, but she loves that jacket too much. Read, I was testing out some mixed media paper. This is when I was trying to figure out Oliver's main colors. I was originally going to go with this pale green, but green is actually this guy's main color. And there's a reason his color is purple, but I'm not gonna say it yet. You're gonna have to figure that out when you read the story. Now, this is Walter. Originally it was supposed to be more fantasy, but I'm thinking I'm gonna lean more into like science fantasy, so his outfit might change, but these are the colors he's mainly going to wear. This probably won't change, but his standard outfit might change. He's a disgraced knight. He actually knew Olivia from before, and when she got kicked out, she stayed with him for a bit, and he's the one who helped her get the house she lives in now. And then when he got disgraced and was sent down to the lower branches, she gave him one of the rooms in the house as a repayment. They're actually really close friends. He is he's actually the man who is most in Oliver's life ever since he was born, so the two of them are kind of close, but Oliver doesn't approve for reasons. Not because he hates Walter, but for other reasons. But yeah, Walter is not so secretly in love with Olivia. He's a good guy, but because of what happened that caused him to be disgraced, it's part of his character development that he's gonna have to overcome that. And that's why he looks so sloppy here. I just love those scenes in stories where the guy or the girl, doesn't matter to me, like, they fix themselves up and they put on their armor and they walk out and they're like, yeah, let's go do the thing. I just love those scenes. So his character is building up to that scene. Yeah, I was thinking about either Wallace or Walter. My friend chose Walter, so his name is Walter. This is Jared. Now, I have never foreshadowed a twist so hard. Okay, maybe Koto, but Jared is like, if anybody who knows the shows I like to watch, as soon as they see the name Jared and they see Alina, they would, well, not Alina's name, but Jared's name and the character Alina is, they're gonna be able to figure out kind of the twist. But I love Jared so much. He is like the Demon King's secretary, so yeah. I really do like him. He's not a bad guy, but he's definitely one of those fighting for their survival thing. Yeah. I can't tell you too much about him, else that would be spoiler. Olivia, Walter, and Oliver, so Liv, Ollie. In the story, I'm not gonna call them Olivia and Oliver because that would be too hard for the reader to read quickly. So she would be Liv and he'd be Ollie. Jared, I love how this one came out. I think I posted this one to Instagram. I posted Alina, I think I posted this one too. And I can't remember if I posted Dante. More Olivia. I love her. She's amazing. I was trying out some cute designs because I want to have a mascot. And these are warm-up sketches, and then I never did anything beyond that. I was really getting desperate here, so this is Emmett. Oh, so there's a part in the story where the heroes capture Alina, and Jared goes in with the army and tells them he would make a temporary truce if they just give him back Alina, because whether it's romantic or not is left up to speculation for most of the story. Alina, though, is a major crush, but his feelings for her is left up to speculation for a lot of the story. But he does genuinely care about her, so he literally goes and is like, with his entire army, surrounds them, and is like, look, just give her back to me, and I'll leave you alone for the rest of the night. Like, or the next week, I just want her back. And he goes to rescue her, and then it's after that they go through the whole leveling up thing. Mainly her though, because she's the main fighter, as the general. Walter and Olivia. When I designed Olivia and her character and everything, I really wanted a kind of dominant character. Like, you know how some people post on some artwork, step on me? Yeah, that's what I want. That's the vibe I want for her. While Alina is like, we must protect her. That's what I want for Alina. The three generals, so to speak, Dante, Jared, and Alina. This is Emmett and Kaden. Yeah, they do end up together in the story, so makes sense. And then the final page. I was so happy to get this page over with. I even have like flip and flop. It's finally finished. You did well. Yeah. I just felt so good finishing it. It was such a big, long sketchbook. And I'm so glad it's done. So that was sketchbook number 8. Took me from June last year to the end of January this year to finish. I don't know what possessed me to use such a massive sketchbook. I think I just wanted to try a different size. But now I'm back to using A5, and I think I prefer this way more. Just some sneak peeks of some character designs. Like, who is Koto? You'll find out later. probably when I'm doing this sketchbook tour, I am going to see how quickly I could finish this, because I am planning to start posting a comic this year, hopefully. We'll see how things go. So, thanks for watching. I'll try to link all the videos that I did in the iCards. I'm not sure if I will be able to, but I'll link most of them. And since this video is the end of sketchbook number 8, I'm thinking that the next video should be the beginning of sketchbook number 9. I'm hoping to do the first page before I reach halfway through, like I did in the last 2 sketchbooks that I did, but I left the first page blank just so that we can do it together. So thanks for watching. I'll link the stories, because especially in the first part, he's from a web novel that I'm currently posting, and I have 2 other novels that I'm currently posting. I have other novels that I finished writing, 2 series actually, a few single books, and season 1 for both Nexus Delivery Service and Solar Ions of Nevaeh. That's on Amazon at the moment, and you can follow me on Instagram if you want to see drawings like these that I post as I'm working on characters. Exclusive content that you don't see me doing on YouTube. You'll get to see them on Instagram. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in another video. Later.